Whew. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna wake it back. Jessica Seville from the Kidney RD. This whole week we've been talking about iron, and I want to dive into the cast iron skillet, just a practical skill that I think is fantastic for everyone with chronic kidney disease. So, oh, I feel like a puppet right now, going up and down. So if you saw in one of my last videos, we talked a little bit about iron and how you get iron in your food. Now I brought here, let's see if I can do this in a nice video way, my one of my cast iron skillets. I've got two. I wish I had a couple more. This one is special because it's from the 2002 Olympics. Nice keepsake that honestly I use every single day. Now, a key to using a cast iron skillet is a couple of things. First off, let's talk about the benefits. One, it doesn't have a chemical-laden non-stick lining that you would have in a regular skillet, right? If you use non-stick, the reason it becomes non-stick is because they put a chemical spray on it that makes it non-stick. Non-stick pans are fun to cook with if you're doing something real delicate like a crepe and you don't want a lot of oil, you want a dry cooking. But that non-stick coating, using it day after day after day after day, it will start to flake off and get in your food. For me, that seems like an unnecessary chemical load in a condition where there already is having a tough time filtering and getting out chemicals. So we do not recommend that our patients use nonstick, even if they're using wooden spoons or plastic spatulas instead of, hard metal on their nonstick. We recommend that they switch to something else. The other reason cast iron is really such a gift is because it will help leach some iron into your food. And many people are struggling with getting enough iron into their food. So we really, really like using this. Now, the number one complaint that people will have about using a cast iron skillet, other than it's heavy, so you get some muscles to get it over to the stove, is that they feel like it's gonna stick, right? That was where it's gonna stick. If they cook anything in it here, then it's hard to clean. One of the first things you need to do when you get a new cast iron skillet is what's called season it. Now, this doesn't mean you put salt on it and garlic powder, whatever. It means you coat it with a nice high heat oil. That can be bacon grease, it can be avocado oil. But you coat it with the oil and then you bake it in the oven. And then when you bring it out, you can just wipe it off with a paper towel and store it. And then when you cook with it, the key with the cast iron skillet is that you never, ever, 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 ever use soap when you clean it. Now, a lot of people will be like, oh, that's so gross, you don't clean with soap. You really don't need to. The Pioneer woman says the best the best meals made in a cast iron skillet has a little bit left from the one before. And of course, that's a little bit tongue-in-cheek. I use a chainmail. It looks like this. I use a chainmail to clean my cast iron skillet out. It's pretty easy. When you cook, you're going to need to use some oil, some avocado oil, coconut oil, maybe a little bit of ghee, something when you cook. See mine's nice and shiny. And then when you're done, if you have something that got stuck in there, so sometimes I have a little bit, if we cook some vegetables, they'll get stuck in there. If you've cooked eggs in there, sometimes they'll get stuck. You can just use your chainmail and scrub. And it will come off really pretty easily. So that's what I do, and it seems to work pretty well for a cast iron skillet. And that honestly, I feel like it works better than non-stick, and I can use a metal spatula on it or whatever, and it's not a big deal. I'm not worried about scraping it. I'm not worried about ruining it. The other cast iron skillet has been passed down through 2 generations, so they are like indestructible. And if someone breaks into your house, you have like a tool to defend yourself on top of that. Anyways, hopefully that would never, obviously hope that would never happen. So that's why we use cast iron skillets. I think it's a great thing to use for people with CKD. It's one of our first recommendations. So easy to put into your lifestyle. And just prevent iron deficiency anemia. Really, really simple solution. Anyways, that's it for now. You can follow us at thekidneyrd.com on Instagram or Facebook. go over to our website, kidneyrd.com, where you can work with any of our expert renal dietitians, where we help people preserve their kidney function, or you can join us for one of our monthly classes. These monthly classes are fantastic. We do it only once a month, usually on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, where we talk through all the opportunities for preserving kidney function, just blowing some myths out of the water as far as how a low potassium diet fits or low phosphorus diet. So just helping people get some clarity on all the confusion on the internet. Anyways, that's it for now. Bye-bye.